I just wanted to share this fun video I made a while back. A gentleman came in my store, and I used to sell solar energy stuff. He bought a bunch of stuff for me, and he says, "How much for delivery?" And I said, "Nothing." And he said, "Well, in that case, when you get to my house, I'll give you a ride in my airplane." So I get to this gentleman's house, and I can't believe it. He's got this little barn. We walk out to the barn, and he grabs the tail of his airplane, pulls it out, tells me to hop in. I'll shut up and let him talk here.
They say it's a big storm coming our way. Yeah.
And this guy has his own runway in front of his little barn there, you know, and I got to tell you, when you're moving fast toward those trees, wondering if the plane's going to take off or not, a little bit terrifying, because you know if it doesn't for some reason, you're in a lot of trouble. Anyway, this gentleman doesn't live too far from Grants Pass here. I made this a long time ago, but I thought, you know, I think I'll put it on my channel. I bet some of you guys would find it entertaining. So we're getting ready for takeoff there. I had to wear headphones, and that was how we communicated, through the headphones, because that motor was so noisy that we couldn't really hear each other talk if we didn't have the headphones on, and it also had a little microphone with it. As you can see, we're moving right along there. At the time I made this video, I just had an 8mm camera. Nothing fancy, wasn't high definition or anything, but I was pointing it out the window. I was having a good old time, and something strange happened to me when I was up there. I put the camera down to give it a rest, and all of a sudden when I became aware of where I was at, I had kind of like a helpless feeling. I got a little bit spooked, and I started to want to go back. In fact, I told him I was getting a little spooked. He asked me, "You want to go back?" And I kind of did. I didn't want to tell him, though. I didn't want to sound like a complete wimp, although I was kind of wimping out there. So after a while, he says, "Let's just go back." He could see I wasn't totally comfortable being up there. And I don't know why that happened to me, because I've flown before, and I usually get a little panicky, but it usually passes by. But I think I was feeling a little queasy or something, because there was a lot of turbulence up there, and that might have been part of it. But anyway, as we're driving around up there, or flying around rather, he pointed out at this mountain here, which I believe is Mount McLaughlin, and at some other point you could also see Mount Shasta. Let's see here. Oh, there's Mount Shasta right there, just barely peering over the top of the mountain. He was talking about, well, I don't know if he was going to go there for sure, but I guess he lands on Table Rock Mountain once in a while, and I think he was contemplating going there that day, and well, we went back a little early. Anyway, you can see the fog just kind of seeping in the mountains there. I can kind of hear the audio in the background a little bit. He's asking me if I'm okay. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this a little bit, because even though it was exciting to be up there, it's probably kind of boring to watch too much of this sort of a scene here. So let me hit the fast forward button there. I could just edit this out later. Okay, so here we are. We're coming in for landing, and I just edited some of it out. It was a little bit too long there. But this is an interesting guy. He builds his own airplanes. And I guess he's an aircraft mechanic by trade. I think he's near 70 years old, still pretty active. And in fact, he makes his own electricity up there. He's got a solar system and even a hydro generator. And looks like he's pretty self-sufficient. Anyway, you're not going to believe when he finally lands this thing. He just goes out to the barn, pulls the tail of the airplane, drags it back into the barn. Here, I'll fast forward it just a little bit here. Oop. Ah.
3.5 horsepower. We are back. This hump, see that hump?
When?
When we turned around, I'll turn it off and you can see the run.
There's his hydro generator right there.
Running pretty consistently.
Got a truck alternator on that thing.
I've got the nozzle blocked off. It'll put out 14 if I was take the restrictor out of the nozzle.
Oh, that's good.
I think he just said it's putting out about 14 amps if he takes the restrictor out of the nozzle.
There's a very tight fitting nozzle. When the water goes through there, hits that, goes through the center and hits it again.
I see.
This is 80% efficient.
And
All right, I guess that's enough.
going back home now.